The Stochastic RSI. The learning objectives for this video, I'm going to define what a relative strength index is. To explain what stochastic oscillators are, we'll then combine them together and determine what the stochastic RSI is. And then I will finish with going on to Binance and show you how to set up the stochastic RSI. So let's start with the relative strength index, which is a momentum indicator that measures the magnitude of recent price changes to evaluate overbought and oversold conditions in the price of a stock or other asset. How did it do this? Well, when we go onto Binance, you'll see with the settings, we use a length of 14. So this goes off the previous 14 lengths. So what I mean by that is if you are looking at 1 hour candles, it's based off the previous 14 hours. If you're looking at day candles, based off the previous 14 days. And depending on the high and low prices, closing and opening prices, we can then start to paint a picture of, is this asset overbought or oversold? And that's reflected on the actual indicator itself, which I'll show you when we go on to Binance. The stochastic oscillator aspect is a momentum indicator that uses support resistance levels, and we've been through that over the last in the last couple of videos. The term stochastic refers to a point of a current price in relation to its price range over a period of time. So using support resistance levels, previous price action, we are then given and we use a moving average. The moving average that we use and is used with the stochastic RSI is on a period of 3. So it's quite short term. You know, the RSI aspect is on a previous period of 14. For the moving average aspect, it's just 3. So again, if we're looking at hour candles, the RSI will be looking at 14 hours, but the stochastic oscillator aspect will be just looking at the previous 3, just to give us, if you will, a bit of a shorter term trend based off the price action to see what should be going on in the market. When we combine the two together, we have the stochastic RSI, and this is where, and you'll see on Binance, it's a fantastic indicator. You know, it's an indicator that ranges between 0 and 100 on the right-hand side. On Binance Futures, it does. Other exchanges, it may be 0 to 1, but it's all the same. It's created by applying the stochastic oscillator formula to a set of relative strength index values rather than to standard price action. So let's go on to Binance, and this is just the trading view screen. You can see mine is quite white and light. You know, there are different modes in Binance. You can have it in dark mode, and you would have seen in this course, some videos are using dark, some are light. It's again just preference. Up here, up at the top, we have technical indicators. Now I'm going to type in stochastic, if I can spell, stochastic RSI, there we go. And here we are. So this is the stochastic RSI. What we have is a few different components to this. So you can see on the right hand side down at the bottom, 0 to 100. This is our RSI, our relative strength index, and it gives us a range to allow to know if something is overbought or oversold. So you can see we have 0 to 20. If as you can see down here, we're in the 0 to 20 mark, that means that this coin, Bitcoin I'm looking at the moment, is oversold. So 0 to 20 means that the coin or asset that you're looking at is oversold. Therefore, if something is oversold based off previous price action, it's looking like the price should soon be going up. And just to give you a very quick example, let's have a look there. Let's have a look here. We're in the oversold region around this area. The K crossed over the D and up we came. And look, the price action came. On the top end of the index, 80 to 100, this is the overbought region. And again, if something is overbought and the price action, the price is quite high, people are going to be looking to sell. Obviously, when we're talking about futures and buying and selling, we're referring to opening and closing positions. With the stochastic RSI, what is great is these two lines here. So we have the percentage of D, which is this red line. And remember D, you can see the settings here, 14, 14, 3, 3. Let's just go in. just the standard settings are what we use. I mean, you can change them around if you want, but we use the standard length and standard settings based off the people that invented it, how they wanted it to be. So the length of the RSI and stochastic is 14, or R14. And then for the K and the D, so you can see the lengths are for 3. And these are the 2 lines here based off the shorter term time period of 3 that gives us price action based off the moving average. The style you can make however you want. It can be quite good to have these lines a little bit thicker. Again, it's preference. You can have the background, you can not. I quite like it because it gives you some nice indication into where the price action is outside of the overbought and oversold regions. So with this stochastic RSI, you know, the 50 is the kind of middle of the index. So if the price action is bouncing around the middle, you can anticipate that it could turn back up again. So if a price has come down in value and it is hovering around the 50 region, it could continue back up, and therefore is not going to be coming down into that oversold region. So it's good to be looking at the similarities, the correlations between these candles and the stochastic RSI. And when the K, so the blue one, crosses over the D, coming out of the oversold region into this region here, it's a good indication that the price is going to start coming up. People are opening long positions, so that is a good indication that the price should be coming up. Likewise, if you're in the overbought up here, you can see it's had a huge spike up. You can see with the candles here, huge spike up. It's then come crashing down. The K has then crossed back under the D, and it continues all the way down. Again, just an indication people are closing positions and opening short positions, and that price of that coin will come down. So you can have the RSI, I've got it quite large there. You can have it just tucked in down at the bottom. All of these you can customize with colors however you like, depending on if you've got it in like light or dark mode as well. Just so it gives you some nice contrast, but a very, very good indicator that we like to use alongside our other indicators. Just points to remember, as with any indicator, it's not a given, and as you're looking on different candle lengths, different time frames, the RSI can and will vary a lot. As I've talked about with what it's based off with the previous 14 lengths, if you're looking at minute candles, that's 14 minutes. It's obviously quite short term. If you're looking at hours or days, that's much longer. So it's all relative depending on the length of candles and time that you're looking at. That is the stochastic RSI, and I will see you in the next video where we'll be talking about Bollinger Bands.